This workout strategy is going to help you hit your driver better than ever. We're talking out of the middle, hitting up on the ball, and seeing real speed with real consistency. Okay, we've got a 20-minute workout today using this strategy. Let's get to work. We're focusing on creating stable, consistent speed. That's what everybody wants in the driver swing, and that is how you play better golf. In terms of stability, we need to be able to use the ground and stay in position even whilst creating all of that swing speed. We also need to be able to rotate to create a wide arc and a fully loaded position so that we can match up the face to the path, nail our angle of attack, and hit it out of the middle. And finally, we need to be able to use the ground for power. We talk about it all the time, how you use the ground, those reaction forces. The best players in the world do this better than anyone else. Think about Xander Schauffele. He's not the biggest dude, but he uses the ground so well, he maximizes his club head speed and hits great drives all of the time. So that is what this workout is all about. We're going to look at how to hit those factors. We're going to do it in just 20 minutes with one weight, and from there, you're going to be able to golf strong. The first thing to do is to customize your workout with the Driven app. Then we get to work with your sets and reps. Our focus straight out the gate is stability, specifically single leg stability. So this is how you stay in position, use the ground, and create awesome balance for your swing and everyday life as well. So we're gonna fly through this workout, all right? So make sure that you save the sets and reps and do it in your own time with consistency. Also, the best way to get it done is to hit the Driven app, create your custom workout for your focus, just like this. Okay, our first two movements are focused on single leg stability, which is huge for your balance and how you use the ground. And the first movement is the crossbody Bulgarian split squat. Sounds like a lot to say, but really, this is all about loading across the system to build up anti-rotation and that single leg strength. So, the leg that's on the ground, you're gonna hold the weight in the opposing arm. You're gonna rest your leg behind you to stabilize in this position. And the key here is to track the knee over the foot. So as we work down, we'll look to get that full range of motion, then push up and out, okay? So we're gonna keep the chest up. We're not gonna allow this weight to move us around and pull us out of position. We maintain our posture, we build stability, and hit those reps. So really do load on the way down, make sure the knee is tracking over the foot, and push out of the ground. Now all the way through we are going to work both sides of the body. That is imperative if you want to be consistent. But looking at how that knee tracks, we're going to switch legs here. Set yourself to a reasonable position where you can hit that range of motion. And again, because we're loading the weight on one side of the body, we have to work really hard to maintain that position. That's how you get stronger through the core and stronger in your golf swing. So as we work down, load the hamstring, knee tracks over the foot, then push into the ground. Work with control. Basically, as we do with all movements, the downward phase, the eccentric phase, wants to be slow. The concentric phase, the way up, that's where we push hard, that's where we deliver the power, and that's how we get stronger in the lower body. Now we're pairing that up with the crossbody RDL. Very much the same idea in terms of how we're working the whole system, but with the squat, we have that motion down into the ground. Now with the RDL, we have that hip hinge focus, okay? So you have to be really aware of the muscles activating and engaging if you're going to perform these exercises well, okay? And that would mean as soon as we start to hinge, you have a slight bend of the knee, you start to load the hamstring, the opposing leg balances out, and then you return the motion. So it's that stretch, reflex, we load the muscle, we put it to work, and then you contract, okay? So again, slow down, fast up, always in balance. The foot's working really hard to stabilize, and then we pull up and through, okay? Again, down the line, always across the body. It makes it really awesome work to stabilize through your center of gravity. So we set, stabilize, and go. Now, when you get started out, obviously, you can do this without weight if you need to. It's going to be excellent for your balance and your overall capacity, and then increase weight over time as you develop. Okay, so you're going to hit 3 rounds of that, split it equally, right to left, do the work. So whilst you're working through those sets, let's talk about how we can maximize the driver. Now, we talked about the stability, the rotation, and the power. That's the basis of your swing. One key thought that we want you to have is that we are going to use the ground, okay? So we've got some excellent drills in the Driven app to help you really push out the ground and maximize your force potential, okay? So my feeling with the driver, which really can help you out, is that we are going to stack behind it. We're going to have that trail shoulder lower. The key to getting back to your lead side for that maximum power is to load the trail side initially, okay? So we want that width, we want that load, because once we go that direction, we're naturally going to go back in the opposing direction, okay? So one drill that you can do to enhance your mechanics, and this isn't an exaggeration, obviously it's stuck in my swing pretty well, is the lead leg jump drill. So it's going to be a normal swing, we're going to take it to the top, we're going to push down, and we're actually going to push back with that lead foot, okay? So this exaggerates all of your feels, but it really can help you snap the club head through at maximal speed. So we turn back and push out of that swing, okay? You don't need to absolutely do that when you're on the course, but having the ability to post that leg and maximize your speed potential will get you firing the hips, and will get you hitting up on the ball as well. So you've nailed your stability work, now it's time to rotate and add the power. Remember, this is a 20-minute workout with just a single weight. It's hugely impactful and beneficial, and you can fit 20 minutes in somewhere, right? You gotta prioritize, you gotta look after your health and your fitness, and we're gonna maximize your performance on the course as well, okay? So in terms of our rotation, we're gonna come down to this split stance position, okay? So stay active, neutral spine, active core. We're gonna take the dumbbell. It can be the same, it can be slightly heavier or lighter relative to your form. That is the best gauge on weight as well. Make sure your form is good, you're in control, and you're moving fast, okay? So this is a split stance rotational chop, and this is about working around the spine, creating force and power for your rotation. So the split stance is really beneficial because we really do have to work the upper body to hit this motion, okay? So the hips are loaded, we're working around the spine, the core is active. If you can't stabilize, this isn't going to go too well. So it really does help you to engage properly and deliver that power. So as we get set, you're going to load the weight down by the side of your body, allow your body to turn around the spine just enough, and then it's up and over that lead side. Nice and powerful. Really be aggressive and get those reps in, okay? As always, we work both sides because we want symmetry throughout the body, we want to resist injury, and we want to create more power. If both sides work well, that is exactly what will happen. So looking at it in this view, we stabilize the spine, turn, and be aggressive. Really powerful reps, making sure that we get into a good position here. If we overload, you're going to lose balance. So make sure we stay stable, fire up out of the ground, and hit those reps. Now we look at the final element here, and that is the power of the ground, that vertical force creation. We talked about it with the drill, being able to push out of the ground, but to do it throughout the whole body and to stabilize and activate is huge, okay? And that's why we do this workout in this order. It's very important that we're in a good position, we're fully active, and then we put on the power, okay? So this is a single arm push jerk. It allows you to build overhead stability and strength without a real focus over there, and to use the body with sequencing, all right? Sequencing means legs first, through the hips, up through the torso, and overhead, and clearly that has huge benefits for your golf swing, okay? So, take the dumbbell to the shoulder. We're now gonna load down into the ground, okay? So a partial squat, you're gonna push hard, you're almost gonna jump out of the ground, and then lock that dumbbell out overhead. So, dip, drive, okay? So you can see there, the whole body creates force. We go down to the ground, the reactionary force pushes us up, we transfer that to the dumbbell. This is exactly what you do in the golf swing. We just add in the lateral and the rotation as well, okay? So be as fast and aggressive with these reps as possible. Really push through. Fast feet, fast reps overhead, okay? The more you can react against the ground, the more you can fire the legs and the big muscles, the more power you're gonna get here, and the more vertical potential you have in your golf swing. Go to the other side, really aggressive reps, hit, and go. That speed, that jump, is super important, and when you combine all of those 4 movements in just 20 minutes or less, you have a full body, speed focused golf workout. Okay, so again, make sure you save the sets and reps, get to work on these movements, use a dumbbell that allows excellent form, high speed, and consistent intensity all the way through that time frame. You can see incredible gains in just 20 minutes or less, and when you get the Driven app, you have complete control. We have the best workouts in golf. We've got training programs for every level, including a speed focus. We also now have our custom, personalized, on-demand workouts, meaning you can just click and go. From 5 minutes upward, you can get exactly what you need relative to your time, your equipment, and what you want to focus on. Okay, so head over and get the Driven app now. You can get a 7-day free trial to see everything that we've got going on. In the meantime, we appreciate you watching this video. Use the sets and reps, get to work on your game, and then join the strongest movement in golf. Okay, appreciate the time. Tell your friends, subscribe to the channel. Golf strong.